Have you ever dropped a single line to a woman and watched the air change, pupils widen, shoulders angle toward you, her tone slipping into something softer and curious? That isn't a fluke, that's leverage, not from gimmicks, not from overcooked pickup lines, but from presence, calm, masculine gravity disguised as a compliment. Most men never learn this. They scatter empty sugar on the surface. You're about to speak to the core. You've probably said the usual: you're beautiful, you're smart, love your smile. What happened? A polite, thank you. Then she moved on. Another voice in the static of men auditioning for approval. The truth is simple. Women aren't starving for compliments. They're starving for recognition from a man they respect. That's where most guys fail. They hand out approval like samples at a grocery store. No tension, no timing, no presence. By the end of this video, you'll know the top 3 forbidden compliments that make a woman feel seen in a way she can't shake. Compliments that speak to her identity, awaken curiosity, and build an unspoken tension that shifts you from boy seeking to man choosing. You won't beg for attraction. You'll command it, quietly. This matters because most men trade power for attention. Men with frame don't need to perform. Their language is measured. Their silence has weight. This is masculine communication. Words as instruments, not confetti. Compliments not to flatter, but to lead. Not to please, but to reveal. Here's the first mistake guys make. They think a compliment should make her feel good. No, the right compliment makes her feel understood. It raises questions. It makes her wonder, how did he see that? Curiosity is the engine. Tension is the fuel. When you combine both, dominance begins, not as force, but as steadiness. Forbidden compliment number 1. You're more dangerous than you look. This line is not about beauty. It's about depth, mystery, edge, latent power. It flips her self-image from approachable to enigmatic. Out loud, she might smile and say, "What do you mean?" Inwardly, she's scanning. What did he notice? How did he notice? What else does he notice? You're not performing, you're observing. Delivery. Calm voice, steady eyes, relaxed posture. Say it like you're stating whether, neutral, certain, unhurried. Then pause. Let the silence do the heavy lifting. Attraction lives in the space you don't rush to fill. Mini case. Coffee shop. She's in casual clothes. Hair up. Reading a crime novel. You tilt your head. Soft grin. You're more dangerous than you look. Hold eye contact. Let the corner of your mouth threaten a smile. She'll laugh. Maybe push your shoulder. Oh, why's that? You can lightly tag it. Instinct, and shift topics. Leave the meaning hanging like a note that never fully resolves. She'll replay it later. Mini case. Work setting. A colleague calmly dismantles a chaotic agenda in 5 sentences. After the meeting, a low tone. You're more dangerous than you look. Then move on. Coffee? The line frames her competence as power, not performance. Power is attractive. Performance is exhausting. Pitfalls. Don't smirk. Don't wink. Don't pile on qualifiers. If you over-explain, you turn the blade into butter. If she asks again, give one precise, non-try-hard bead. You're measured. People underestimate that. Then switch topics. The power is in the drop, not the TED Talk. On-screen visual cue. Frame, words, observation, performance, silence, sales pitch. Why it works. It hits identity. You are not praising the mask. You're naming the monster behind it, in a good way. It's a mirror that suggests dimension, not decoration. That tension, flattered yet challenged, ignites attraction and respect simultaneously. Forbidden compliment number 2. You don't let people see how smart you really are. Do you? Pause. Let it land. You didn't call her smart. You revealed a pattern. She hides it. That's surgical. You're calling out the mask many women wear to avoid being judged as intimidating, too much, or difficult. Most guys either ignore her mind or worship it. You neither ignore nor worship, you read it. That unsettles her in the most attractive way possible. Delivery mechanics. Look at her the moment before she finishes a point. Slight inhale, soft nod, then the line, low, matter of fact. Afterward, resist the urge to explain. Silence is your punctuation mark. Mini case. First date. She sidesteps complex topics with a joke. You clock it twice. Later, between sips. You don't let people see how smart you really are. Do you? She freezes for a breath. Micro smile. Pupils tick up. She'll ask, why would you say that? You can say, you choose your words like a surgeon. Then change lanes. Anyway, what's your take on cities versus small towns? She follows, but her mind lingers on the incision you made. Mini case. Friend setting, in a group. She lets others dominate, but she summarizes perfectly at the end. As you walk out, you don't let people see how sharp you are. Do you? Then a genuine half smile and subject change. She'll replay that on the ride home. Stoic tie-in. Epictetus reminded us we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so we can listen twice as much as we speak. This line is the reward for listening. You earn it by stacking observations first, then speaking once with precision. The impact comes not from volume, but from accuracy. Why it works, 3 layers. 1. Validation of the overlooked. Most compliments target the obvious, this targets the hidden. 2. X-ray framing. You're not dazzled by performance, you perceive strategy. 3. Status shift. You position yourself as a man who reads patterns, not just words. That creates a subtle asymmetry that women find compelling when delivered with warmth and respect. Common mistake. Turning it into a job interview. So, tell me about your IQ. No. Keep it human, textured, playful. You're not grading her, you're affirming what you see. On-screen visual cue. Precision, praise. See the pattern, speak once. Then hold. Forbidden compliment #3, handle with care. You feel safest when you're finally not in control, don't you? Say it slowly, like you already know the answer. This line isn't aggression, it's insight. It flips the frame. You're naming a truth she may not have voiced, yet feels in her bones. Control can be exhausting. Many women carry careers, family expectations, social calendars, emotional labor. What they quietly crave is not surrender to chaos, but relief inside competence. Dominance here is safety. I've got us. Preconditions. Only use this if you've demonstrated steadiness, punctuality, follow through, emotional regulation, the ability to decide cleanly. If you haven't shown you can hold the frame, don't ask her to relax into it. Mini case. Planning. She hesitates when choosing a restaurant, defaulting to, I'm good with anything. Later, gently. You feel safest when you're finally not in control, don't you? Let it breathe, then embody the proof. We'll do the seafood spot at 7, corner table. I'll grab the reservation. Say it like gravity. No bravado, no bark. Decisions that protect, not confine. Mini case. Travel. She's juggling tabs. Logistics. Backup plans. You watch, then breathe. You feel safest when you're not steering every wheel. Don't you? Follow with action. Flights booked. Seats chosen. Hotel confirmed. I'll text you the details. This is not about taking over everything, it's about carrying weight skillfully. Mini case. Emotion. She's tense after a hard day and keeps apologizing for venting. Ground your voice. You don't have to drive right now. I've got you. The subtext is the line itself. Safety in your steadiness. No fixing. Just hold. Why it works. You're giving words to a paradox. She's strong, but tired of being strong alone. Naming that truth without judgment is a relief. Fear-based dominance intimidates. Calm dominance stabilizes. One repels, the other invites. Rules. This line is lethal, in the best way, only if it's true. Don't sling it for effect. She must feel that around you. She can soften because you are anchored, calm, consistent, unshakable. You don't react, you respond. You don't chase, you choose. You don't manipulate, you clarify. On-screen visual cue. Dominance equals safety. Lead softly. Decisions that protect. How to live these lines so they actually work. Presence first. Slow your breathing. Shoulders down and back. Keep your phone face down. Speak at 80% of your usual speed. Presence is the product of pace. Observe. Don't scan. Watch word choice. Micro expressions. Where her eyes go when she cares. How she relaxes when someone competent takes the wheel. You're collecting data, not to weaponize it. but to care for the frame. One line, then space. The blade cuts because you don't saw back and forth. One accurate cut, then silence. If she chases the meaning, you delivered it right. Outcome independence. The second you need a reaction, you lose the frame. Compliments are mirrors, not fishing lines. Hold your center whether she gushes or shrugs. Ethical edge. These are not tricks. They are acknowledgments. Use them to lead with clarity, not to confuse or corner. A good frame protects both people. Practical drill, 30 seconds daily. In conversations, count 2 breaths before responding. Mirror her last 3 words internally, then respond to the pattern. Not just the sentence. Practice ending a statement and letting it land. No filler. No nervous laugh. Body language checklist. Eye contact that's soft but steady. Half smile, not a grin. Chin neutral, not lifted in challenge. Not dropped in deference. Hands still or purposeful, no fidgeting. What to expect? Tests. She may go cool, push your buttons, challenge your certainty, not to punish you, but to feel your edges. If you scramble with more flattery or explanations, you collapse the structure. If you stay composed, polite, grounded, unbothered, she feels the thing words can't manufacture, your center. When you say, "You're more dangerous than you look," or, "You don't let people see how smart you really are," do you? Or, "You feel safest when you're not in control," don't you? Say it from a place of grounded truth. No pleading, no performance, no rush. Watch how the dynamic changes. She leans in, not toward your words, but toward the energy behind them. Masculine quiet that makes the room feel safer and more interesting at the same time. Integration sequence, tonight. 1. Choose one line, only one. 2. Identify a moment where it naturally applies, after you've observed a real pattern. 3. Deliver once, then change the subject. 4. Notice her micro-reaction. Breath, pupils, posture. 5. Stay calm. Let the silence do the selling. Stop debating what a good man should be one. Speak less, but make every word carry weight. Build the kind of presence that softens a room without raising your voice. Compliment with awareness, not with need. Let her feel that you don't require her approval, and precisely because you don't, your approval matters. If this hit home, take action now. Tap like, subscribe to Stoicism Drive, and drop a comment sharing which line you'll practice first, or a moment when a single sentence changed an entire interaction. Share this with a friend who needs to upgrade his frame. I'll see you in the next one. Bring your presence.